WDRTV Episode 2. Now, it's been a while since our last episode. In fact, our release schedule was lapped by an asthmatic snail. So a quick catch-up. Origins has occurred, Gen Con was ginormous, Scythe was in no way overhyped, and Pokemon have infested everywhere. Do you mind?
Dad, it's time to do news, by the way.
Thanks. So the news. Gen Con.
Yes, the Gen Con opening, it's kind of like someone's beaten a cosplay pinata to death and they've spilled their innards. There's a fat ninja and some bees. Obviously all these people queued for 5 months to get into here and they're slowly moving in now. It's really quite an event. I'm beside myself.
Fantasy Flight released everything, well, more Imperial Salt, including Jabba the Hutt, an expansion to XCOM, Star Wars, and more Star Wars. Legendary Firefly came out. Woohoo! Unfortunately, the art looks to have been produced from the Tumblr account of Gus Shoewhistle 8 from Dallas. According to his profile, he likes Firefly a lot, and bees. I mean, really, that's uglier than the time a hippo shagged a baboon on National Geographic, and that was damn ugly. It should really have looked like this. Someone make that a reality. Kickstarter, so I'm really conflicted about the next one. Sharknado, the board game. Part of me wants to wail on this, but it's sharks, my favourite dangerous aquatic carnivore, in a tornado, the best of murderous Mother Nature. If this manages to be as brilliantly awful as the films, then it might just be genius. Or shit. Invisible Sun from Monty Cook. This looks like a fascinating new way of RPGing in this surreal world. It was all about character and building complex, entangled narratives for them. It sounds brilliant, but it's $200. $200 for an RPG. Okay, so it comes in a shiny box with doodads and thingies, but $200 for the basic game? No, you could just throw $5 at the top tier if you want, and then Monty will come round your house, do the hoovering, and massage your feet while you play Xbox. You need that too, because if your wife works out you spent $5 on a game, then you'll probably be spending the rest of your short married life on the sofa. And now for Who Des Rolls TV Big Game Review. Travel with me to the dark and twisted realms of eldritch horror of H.P. Lovecraft as we venture into Fantasy Flight's The Mansions of Madness, 2nd edition. Okay, yes, you may have noticed that this is indeed not Mansions of Madness 2nd edition. Aren't we Mr. Observant? But you'll just have to use your imagination, won't you? You see, we couldn't afford Mansions of Madness 2nd edition, and as our review copy from Effigy appears to be lost in the post, we're just going to have to pretend. Okay? So, this new edition comes with an amp. So yes, we need one of these.
At the next roundabout, turn left.
Obviously, my iPad was also lost in the post. Oh, just wrap up. In the original game, a player took the part of the malcontent mansion and hurled monsters and mayhem at the players. Well, now that's all controlled by this.
Fair left.
Well, obviously not that.
Monkey right.
Okay, but you get the idea, honestly.
A feeling of dread has fallen over me. The powers at work stretch further than I had imagined. I fear not only for myself, but for the entire world. I know now that a malign force is gathering and must be stopped. What I don't know is how.
So using the app, players are presented with just the one board, the first room of the mansion, and tokens are placed on this as they have interact by the app. The app will tell you where to put them.
You have encountered unimaginable horror.
Once playing, players have two actions, and whenever they interact with one of these tokens, they further explore bits of the map, encounter unimaginable horrors, or rummage in a cupboard. The app tells us what new boards to lay down as we explore our surroundings or the monsters we encounter. The software has atmospheric music and mini-games, puzzles to unravel, allowing you to progress further into your adventure.
Bob, move the... No, not that one. Move the bottom left. The bottom left. Bob, the bottom left. Oh, for the love of God.
These are fun, but after a while you do feel like you keep stopping to have a quick go on Candy Crush. So the question is it any good? This... Well, obviously this is rubbish, but we're talking about the real game. And yes, it is. It is rather. The app sets the mood, and the spooky noises or announcing the arrival of something gooey and betentacled that's going to suck your mind out of your bumhole with a pant-staining crash. It does an astounding job of removing all the cluttery business of decks of cards and tokens and looking in the book to check that thing that Bob just asked. It's all seamlessly chugging away behind the scenes, really allowing players to become absorbed into the game. It does this boring bookkeeping and tracking thing for you, and all the stats and everything, it's just all gone. And it creates this tantalising, yummy feeling of dread uncertainty as you venture into the unknown, like going on a blind date with a Russian shot putter. And just like Eldritch Horror, our heroes come with basic stats, health and sanity. You lose all your health once, and then resets. Do it again, and, well, you're dead. Lose all your sanity, however, and you pick up a random insanity condition. These could be anything from forcing you to go looking for stuff in direct conflict with what the rest of the team are doing, setting fire to things, or absolutely nothing at all. They'd never know. Well, the setting fire thing might be a bit obvious after a while, but you get my point. So there you go. This is huge fun, and a pant-rupturing showpiece to amaze your non-board gaming pals. But here's the rub. The game only comes with 4 scenarios, and yes, it will mix up the rooms and where the talisman of eternal punctuation was hidden in the second adventure. But essentially, once you've encountered all that it's got to show you, there's not a whole lot more there. Now, more updates are coming, but it feels a little bit like you've been shortchanged. And then there's that price.
You have encountered unimaginable horror.
And on that, we can both agree.